what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Guys on Sports. We are coming into week 10. What's going on, Mark? Why'd you point at me?
Scared me.
I scared you? A little bit too much energy. A lot of energy on a Tuesday. I get it, but...
Happy Election Day.
Did you vote?
I did vote, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't vote.
Neither did I. Our votes don't matter.
Yeah.
You sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. I'm blaming both of you.
No, I didn't. I literally didn't have time to go vote today.
If Ronnie loses by 2, you can squarely put this on my
Are
shoulders.
the polls are open to when?
I think it's right now.
Oh, it's done right now. So we're all okay. So shut up. Then.
Can I vote online?
Did King vote?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I need my mail-in
No,
ballot.
he's got COVID. He probably mailed in several votes.
rock the vote. So week 9's over. Week 10 is here, but we're gonna recap our picks from last week and see how we did.
Week 10 is upon us. Week 9 was favorable to some of us.
It's a strong week.
Well, except for you. You went winless there, buddy.
You finally joined the ranks of
You,
everybody. I mean, not Mark, but
You threw an absolute fucking turd up there, buddy.
Yeah, well, okay. All I got to do is do that 3 more times, and I'm with you, buddy.
That's all right.
that's right.
Bring
place
it in
am I
there.
in? What
No,
place?
three more times I'll put you in the lead. I've only done it 3 times total.
Only.
Nah, you've done it 4 times. You just won't admit that
it's,
fourth.
It's 3. Anyway.
You're
all
a
right.
four-peat failure.
So Rocky somehow still keeps the lead at 30 points.
Yeah.
Phil,
Say that again?
Phil
So they can hear you in back?
Phil and Zach took the week with 3 points. Phil stays in second, but only a point behind Rocky
1
at 29. Zach moves up to 25 overall points, and I took 2 points for 17. I'm hot on Rocky's trail.
Hey, and I'm not ashamed to say
I'm
I was.
not doing this music
What are you
video.
at?
This is gonna be you.
I was rooting against.
What are you at, 17?
17.
That's bad.
Dang,
Yeah, it
that's
is
so
bad.
far behind.
So the music video. So for anybody that is your first time watching, the competition is whoever's in last is going to record a music video. We will pick 3 songs, and the loser will have to pick of the 3. There will be wardrobe changes and there will be editing. It will be
It'll be a
video.
spectacle.
Yes, it
If
will be.
Mark, this is my promise to Mark, because I like Mark. I'm his friend.
I'm a his friend.
I'm a his
I'm a
friend.
big-
Okay, you know what? F that. I'm not going to do this. But what I was going to say is, if Mark is, if he's a good guy,
Yeah.
then I will
Big F.
I'll pick like a song like Detroit, Rock City, and I'll dress like Kiss with you.
I think
Okay.
I'll do the
Rocky,
video with you.
Rocky wants to do this.
I think-
No, I
think
just
he
don't
tanked
want.
last week on
listen,
purpose.
I want to minimize Mark's embarrassment.
Oh,
Because
that
I
doesn't
know
matter.
what the full, it's like you can't stare at the face of God without
Yes.
burning up, or
Okay.
look at the sun
I
without
get
going blind.
Yeah.
The full
Dude, just-
embarrassment of Mark,
Yeah.
it's gonna kill people.
Google me. Just Google me. I'm sure you'll find
Just
some
Google
images
them.
that are far more embarrassing
So.
than what I'm about to do at the end of the season. If
So,
I lose.
like I was saying, I'm not ashamed to say I was rooting against my pick for New Orleans on Monday because we both had it, and I think somebody else did. But he had it as was it your lock?
This is lock?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I just had it as so I lose a point there. You would have got 2 points. I would have only got 1. So
I was hoping to come out with
yeah, no.
Or no, he had it as his dog, so it would have been 2 points for him.
And it also made me think like how mad I was that we didn't get to go to a game there.
Yeah.
Just seeing the inside of that place is friggin' huge.
But you know what though? They did. You had a good point. They make that city look so clean.
They do.
and
they're-
so perfect.
I mean, it
It's
looks
every
like
city
on TV.
That's how every city is.
But I mean, they made it.
Cleveland does. Cleveland looks like Cleveland when they show it.
But
from
they
the
made it
outside.
look like
That's
the
not
inside
fair,
of every
no.
bar was like amazing.
Yeah.
Like there was a disturbing.
I'm sure
lack-
there's an area that we didn't go to that's like that.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
don't
sure it's
think so.
nowhere in
I don't
New
think
Orleans.
so.
But
I'm not gonna allow this. You guys killing New Orleans.
I'm just
And
saying.
then don't come out the other side of your mouth
Dude.
and give Royce the Plisser shout outs and expect him to feature on the show.
I'm just saying there was a disturbing lack of traffic cones in those shots
That's
last
true.
night.
Well, they're not gonna show that.
They didn't show. They didn't show a street that was like all of a sudden disappeared and
Yeah.
like you could fall into a hole.
Yeah, but New York, they don't like put cameras on 125th and Lenox.
See, that's why hopefully Royce
the Knicks are
Duplessis
playing.
is leading the polls tonight. Election Tuesday, get out there and vote.
Royce,
Every
rock
vote,
the vote.
every
Royce,
vote
rock
counts.
the vote for Royce.
Every vote counts. Make sure you vote. Royce, get out there, and win, man. Fix that city.
So
It's got a lot of promise. You got a lot of promise, brother.
As you said, you brought up the rear, so I think it's time for you to tell a story, my friend.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm going to lean into this. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you a tale of a young man
Yeah.
had the world by the
Oh,
short
sure.
and curly.
Oh, sure.
A good-looking chap. I had just come back from Europe.
Wow.
I was in touch with my feminine side. I've always been in touch
Excuse
with my
me?
feminine side. I knew who I was as a man.
Yeah.
Was that when you guys discovered America?
No, that was this is the year was 2006. I was a young business owner here in Claremont.
Wow. Wow.
And I
What a
was
flex.
it, man. I was the man, right?
Yeah.
Just came back from Europe and
Single man?
yeah, I had been to the. No, I was not single. I was married,
Take
but
it easy.
You almost
I
had him there. You almost had him.
he was a good-looking man. And so, anyways, I had come back from Europe, and I had bought some things in Europe.
Yeah.
Right, I had been to this small island. It's in part of the UK.
Okay.
This is quite the tale. Young and good looking already. Like this sounds like a fiction.
I'm going to show you a
This
picture.
is your story,
I'm
right?
going to show you a picture. And I was at the Isle. I was in the Isle of Man, which is in the middle of the Irish Sea.
Overcompensating. Yes. All right.
And I had bought what was the latest trend.
Wasn't everything you had hoped it was, huh?
in the Isle of Man.
Okay.
Okay. And so I came back from the Isle of Man, and I got approached because I was a young
please stop
business
saying
owner in my community. I was an up and coming businessman.
Yeah, we heard that part.
And they approached me about doing a feature story about me in the paper.
Oh, wow.
In the Isle of Man.
No, here in
Oh, here.
America, here locally. And I was touched. I was like, yeah, this is good. It'd be good press.
You were touched.
Yeah. So they did and it was a great article. It was like a lot of questions they asked me
It's a
about
puff
me
piece,
and
puff
my
piece.
me and my family and my
Yeah.
business and how I got to where I was,
Familia.
how I had reached the heights,
How does a guy from Spaghetto end up in Central
Right.
Florida,
and how do I reach? And so I was like, this is
traveling
great.
to the
Yeah.
Isle of Man?
So when I got done with the interview, I felt like it had went well. You know,
You're
I
really building this up.
connected because it's an embarrassing.
I
story.
hope this is a super letdown. Nothing
No,
against you. I
it's-
just hope it
it's-
is.
it's- So, anyways, so I told my wife, hey, I connected. Like,
Yeah.
this is a good interview.
Spiritually.
So about several weeks later, they called me and said, hey, we're gonna put you on the front page.
Oh, that's big.
So I'm like, okay, this is good. This
Was
is
this
like
the Claremont Gazette?
no, this was like this is in the Orlando Sentinel.
Oh, wow.
But in the Lake County section.
Wow. So just for a paradox here, in 2006, me and my brothers and sometime my mom were driving at 2 a.m. delivering Orlando Sentinel.
Okay.
So you
So
see
you
that
probably
synergy.
saw this.
Maybe I did
probably
see it.
saw
And I
this.
threw it at somebody's house at 2:30 in the morning.
So I was like, oh, I didn't give them a picture. They didn't take a picture. Mm-hmm. What picture did they get of me?
Oh yes, a great picture.
Oh, tell me it was something in the Isle of Man.
Frank Stallone.
So they went on Facebook.
Oh,
It was
yes.
in the infancy back then,
Oh,
right?
no.
And they went and they found a picture
Oh yes.
of me on the Isle of Man.
Oh, you look so gay.
And you know, satchels were all the
Oh yes.
and I became known in Claremont, my community, as the man with the purse. Now I preferred to call it the Merce. You know, man purse.
That's a bad picture.
That's a terrible picture. Are you sure you were either young or good looking there?
Listen.
Maybe it's the pixelation.
I'm a
Yeah, I think
good-
the pixelation is hurting your case here. I need you to send me that picture so I can put it up on the show. I mean, what's the point?
I'm a good. Anyway, so it was not. It was a good interview. It was a good interview. I was owning those steps.
That's right.
But it did not.
What was that? A library?
No, it's. I don't know. It was where we were staying in the Isle of Man.
Why didn't they ask you to
Is that a
take
bed
the
and breakfast?
purse off?
Because they didn't ask
Did
me
you
if they could
insist?
use this picture.
They just
And
grabbed it.
I felt.
Sir, could you please drop the purse? No.
You won't do it.
You want me? You get the purse.
So here's a negative because
There's a lot.
because this became what I became known for.
That's beautiful.
I had to own that purse for several years before I could put it to risk.
You were wearing it.
I had to wear
Just
it
out
around.
of stubbornness.
Yeah, no, I had to say no. This is part of me. This purse is my
Now,
identity.
if you were truly a young businessman like you claim to be, you would have spun that into an endorsement.
Yeah.
Listen, that thing carried important papers,
That's
business
right. I bet
papers,
it did.
Business papers.
files,
You know, hide other business papers.
Stubborn as a mule. You just gotta.
dot matrix papers.
Yeah.
It carried a lot of important
So,
papers.
did you ever like maybe put some patches on it or anything like that?
True story. My daughter owns that.
Well, that's more
Merce
fitting.
now. Yeah.
True story. She owned it first.
Maybe. Anyways, that's my
It's
embarrassing.
a good story. I need that picture though.
You know how I
definitely
know
gotta
that
send me
these are
that
business papers? Because it's in my business purse.
You will
right.
get that picture the same way the Orlando Sentinel did it.
picture. Business purse, Rocky. Is it on your Facebook still?
Maybe.
I mean, I
I
don't want
feel
to
like
dig
I've
that
actually
deep.
seen that picture of you before.
Yeah,
I bet
maybe in
you
your
have.
dreams. Maybe it's over your bed. Maybe Tara's got it in her wallet.
It could be.
If Tara could ever find her wallet, we'd be able to see.
All right, boys. Well, our young
let's-
impressionable young man is not here yet.
I think he just pulled up.
Did he
the
just
mic.
pull up?
Yeah.
Who are you, Batman?
Daddy!
Time to check my social media, yeah. To see who loves me online.
All right, so the first one is you guys had some entertaining takes because I was watching the episode on the flight home and I was like, oh, I can't wait to clip this shit about Jalen Hurts and you guys talking
that
all the
was great.
fucking heat.
Yeah.
That
was so
but
good.
this was a positive.
No,
there
no,
was
there-
positive.
I
vibes.
know.
There
I
was
know.
parts of it that were,
Yeah.
re- they were-
Embellished.
yeah, we embellished a bit,
Yeah.
but there were parts of it that were
No, yeah, it wasn't
legitimate.
bad. And you know, the beauty and maybe the not so beauty of social media is that I can't clip 6 minutes of you guys talking about it. So
Yeah, we talked about it for a while.
but I put like probably maybe a minute and a half in there, and I want to see what the public thought. And the public kind of sided with me about you guys thinking that Jalen Hurts is doing what he's supposed to do. He's maybe not, changing he's not the one that's making all the moves for it's the team and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I just want to.
Phil's still learning Apple.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
I'm just a caveman. I just was unfrozen
Hey,
from the ice.
I'm recording right now. Call Nisha. Sorry.
But so this comment I think summarizes everything. And they said Jalen Hurts is that guy with the Z. That came from 444 Samara on TikTok.
Is that
Yeah.
I don't know whether to judge her for saying that
She
the
spelled
guy
this-
with the Z.
She spelled the name wrong. But that was the summary of takes on that comment. So Jalen Hurts is him. So
that one cuts deep. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
What's wrong?
I feel like we did a really good job of needling Zach while he was away on that.
Well, then
last
we
show.
needle
There was-
everybody.
There
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
fair
The second comment is you guys were talking about, well, I guess this is from a take from Phil, that there are only 2 or 3 guys in the league. Like there's maybe Jalen Hurts is one of them.
I remember this.
There are a few hymns in the
Yeah.
league,
Yeah.
and everyone else can, be your Jimmy Garoppolos or your Geno Smiths, and that's fine.
Yeah.
5907 Mills said Aaron Rodgers is not one of them.
Yeah.
And Rocky got into it a little bit on social media.
This guy's a clown.
Kind of want to hear from the rest of the panel. Is Aaron Rodgers one of the guys still?
No. I mean, well,
Mark, we already know.
Let's take
Yeah.
the bias out. Right now, he doesn't look like it. So I'll admit that. But the guy was MVP last year, 2 years in a row. So coming into the season, he was that guy.
He
So I
was
think
that
you
guy.
still have to let it play out. And if he comes back next year and he's still looking like this, then
Yeah.
I think you can stamp it. You gotta, be normal, be a regular person, and weigh his whole career versus just
He's no
9
longer
games.
the guy, though.
No, but that's not what that clown said. That guy said he hasn't been the guy.
And he hasn't been.
Yeah, that guy.
What has he done?
That guy put parameters around it, saying he
What do you
hasn't
mean? What
been
has
the
he
guy.
done? He's
Has-
won 2 MVPs.
Yeah, he's won
Okay.
2 MVPs.
That's
He's won-
not nothing.
He's won
See,
3
don't-
MVPs.
I hate this. Is
No,
not
no,
gonna get that.
All we ever do is all we ever talk about is championships, right? But did he win the championship? Did he
No,
who
who does that? Who's we?
How many?
Who's we?
What is he in the NFC Championship game? What's his record?
How many times have you been
What
to the
is
NFC
he, 1
Championship
and
last
4?
20 years?
Okay, come on.
We've been there
Well, what I'm saying
twice in the last 20 years.
Okay, congratulations. So my point is
And in the Super Bowl once.
the same thing I was saying about quarterbacks, right? Is that there's only 2 or 3 stuff. It's stupid to judge all these players in just championships.
Yeah, you're not
right?
gonna get-
There
I
was
mean-
a time before Sports Center and First Take that people used to judge players on their career, regular season,
Dan Marino.
awards,
Dan
not
Marino, good or
not
not.
just
So
winning
you agree with him
championships.
that Tom Brady isn't the greatest quarterback of all time?
I didn't say. Well, greatest is different than best.
Yeah. Dan Marino, great quarterback or not?
You're not gonna box me into a corner, my
Well,
friend.
I think Mark has a valid point of saying that is Aaron Rodgers
Congratulations, that's who's on your
Aaron,
side.
was Aaron Rodgers enough? Is he
Generation
him
now.
enough? Is he the guy enough to win them an NFC Championship to take them to the Super Bowl?
The answer is no.
Okay, wait.
All right, you already spoke.
I don't know if
Shut
that
up.
was. I don't know if that was a
That's
correct
the whole point of it
translation or
being
not.
him.
Let me turn
But-
it around on you.
Yeah.
12 years from now, Jalen Hurts has won 3 MVPs.
Okay.
And got you into 6 NFC Championship.
Okay.
Is he a good quarterback or not?
Well, that's not the question, right?
Well, that's
No,
not,
no,
that's
no.
you're asking him.
Is he the guy?
You're asking
Is
him.
he a guy?
You're asking him basically if Donovan McNabb is a great quarterback.
Okay, is he the guy?
Well,
Is he the guy? Because there could only be one guy every year.
All right, let's get to our first section, which is a section that's been gone for a few weeks. Pressing issues.
there it is.
Pressing issues. What's the issue? If there's issues, we gonna press them.
Yeah, come on now. Hey, baby, get ready.
Baby, get ready. All right, yeah.
I forgot how much I missed.
So I'm trying to keep us on task here, guys, because you guys are ready to go off the rails and TikTok.
I feel like there's a lot
Shit.
of pent up aggression tonight.
There's a lot. So I mean, and the reason I was trying to do that because this conversation lends itself to what we were talking about. We're talking about the young QBs in the league. There's a changing of the guard a little bit. You know, we see it with the older guys struggling, and even if some of these guys get back on the right track, there's a youth movement going on. Now I won't mention Allen and those guys,
I'm just kidding.
but it's Tua, Fields, Wilson, Hurts, Burrow. We could throw the guy in what's his name, the Charger guy,
Herbert.
Air Bear.
Air Bear.
all those guys.
Mahomes is still young.
I'm not counting Mahomes. He's won a Super Bowl. He's
Okay.
been in the league 5 years. I think he's
Wow, 5
First
years
of all-
already. Jeez.
6. It might be 6.
Might be.
I still think
Wow.
he's definitively a level above the guys we're talking about. Number one, and he's been in the league longer than all of them.
Phil smells bad is on the
Yeah.
on the board next to our pressing issue.
That was Ty, right?
I think so.
Ty.
It says Ty.
yeah, it's yeah.
So, but the question is, we wanted to kind of get everybody's opinion or our opinions on who do we think is has the brightest future. I explained it to them before you got here. I mean, we're taking into account the organization, where they are now, the people around them, all that stuff to kind of say 10 years down the road, who's the guy that's set up to have the best career.
Yeah.
So I will open it up to anybody that has a strong feeling. If you want to bang the table for Fields, you can. If you want to bang the table for for Hurts, go right ahead. But
Yeah.
let's also try
Want to go
to
down the line?
let's try to be
Sure.
open-minded about
Okay.
it too.
I mean, I'll just kick it off with some bias. I mean, I think it's Jalen Hurts. Not only is he young,
Surprising.
but I know, right? Big shocker here. Howie Roseman is doing an excellent job, making whatever's available for him. We have a first-round pick probably in the top 10 next year with the Saints, giving that to us. Thank you. I mean, all our weapons are extended or signed or expected to be extended. I think the only thing really is our offensive and defensive line. There's some old pieces like Jason Kelsey's on a 1-year deal. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox are old. But we've got Jordan Davis. We've got young pieces. I don't think this is a 1-year fluke or a flash in the pan. I think this is going to be hopefully a reality for years to come.
Here's a question I have, right? Or just to push
Lay it
back
on me.
on it.
Yeah.
So if you look at just everything you said right there, how well the team is built around him, he's still on his rookie deal,
Yep.
right? So when they have to pay him, based on the way they're running the offense now, where he's kind of Lamar Jackson-esque, I would say,
Yeah.
when they don't have the money to put those pieces around him, is he going to be able to lift that team playing that type of game?
He's going to need some pieces around him for sure, but I think, A.J. Brown just signed an extension. Devontae Smith is on 1 year less of a rookie deal than Jalen Hurts is. Miles Sanders, running backs you can get.
Yeah.
We're a run-heavy team. Kenneth Gainwell looks great when he plays. To answer your question, he's going to need the weapons, but I think the weapons will be there to a degree.
Any other contest of Jalen Hurts being the guy right now? Or
No, I mean, I think we saw him do it the last couple of seasons too, with less, And I think he at least held his head above water enough where they felt that he was a good enough quarterback to go out and get those pieces that he needs. Which was, pairing him up with AJ Brown was just,
I love the AJ.
That's what we needed.
what a fantastic move. And then the fact that they don't even have to use Devonta Smith like he should be used says a lot. But again, I do want to see this team get tested. I want to see this team
Me
get
too.
tested in
Big time.
November, December. We have pointed out, despite their record, they have They've had some. They've played a bunch of backup quarterbacks. They've played some underwhelming teams.
That was the bigger bullshit part of that rant because
Wow.
we played the Vikings that are 7-1.
Well,
we
we-
played the Cowboys that have a top defense.
Vikings.
You
are-
And I
played
don't
the
care if we
Vikings
played-
week 2 though,
And that's fine because we played them when we played them, and they were still a good team at the time. We also played.
there was no
we played-
Thielen. Dalvin Cook was
Dalvin
injured.
Cook was playing the entire time.
He was not.
Thielen
he
is-
was not 100%.
I
Old.
don't feel like you got to qualify wins. If
Yeah.
you win, it's hard to win in that NFL.
Cooper
so-
Rush was apparently a quarterback controversy
My
until we beat
point.
him.
My
I'm just
point was
saying,
just seeing him in the playoffs.
yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, I mean,
that's
I want to
all
lose
gotta
games.
see.
Like
Yeah.
13-3 teams are the ones that win Super Bowls, not 16-0 or.
I don't disagree with anything he's saying about Hurts. I think Hurts is a fine-looking quarterback, and I do think
He's a
that
fine-looking quarterback. That's
That's
for
right.
sure. Yeah.
And I do think that Philadelphia is being run better than any other team on that in this list.
I
right
think
here.
that's fair to say. I
So.
think you can argue it a bit, but I think it's not.
I think
crazy.
maybe you can argue, but the only team I think you can argue with it would be the team that I'm going to pick.
Okay, well, what about you, Mark?
So surprisingly, I'm not going to talk about Fields. I think Fields is the guy, and I think he will be the guy there. But I think on this list, the quarterback who is set up,
And Herbert's there too. We didn't. Is he not up there? But
yeah, he's not up there.
Murray, I guess you could throw in there.
The one that is set
No
up
one's picking
the,
him though.
the best for success right now, and I think they really committed to surrounding this guy with the talent that he needs and the weapons that he needs to be able to utilize his game correctly is Tua. And I think Tua is going to be a very legitimate quarterback for the foreseeable future. I think the Dolphins are going to be relevant and, either in playoff talks or making noise in the playoffs for the foreseeable future. And I really like what they've done. I like the fact that they went out and they got Tyreek Hill. I mean, we said it on the chat, like he has completely unlocked Tyreek. Tyreek was good in Kansas City, but he's the dude now in Miami. And the fact that he and Jalen Waddle are doing something that's never been done in the NFL with receiving yards by a tandem through the first 9 weeks of football.
Yeah.
I think they've done a fantastic job of recognizing what his strengths and weaknesses are and playing to that. The one thing that they're going to have to do is they're going to have to definitely shore up the right side of their line because that's his blind side, being a left-handed quarterback. So provided that they can, with his past injuries, because those injuries are significant, right? Multiple concussions, the labrum tear, the complete fracture of the hip. They're difficult injuries to come back from and play at the level that he is. So provided that they do the right thing, they shore up that blind side of his, and they continue. I mean, look at the pieces they're putting on defense too, bringing Bradley Chubb. Like the defense is good. They're setting this dude up for success. Tua is going to be a very successful quarterback for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, Tua would have been my choice here, only because I think next to Philadelphia, they're being run well. And honestly, I think I might like their coach better than any young coach in the NFL right now.
I know I love his press conferences more than anybody else's.
I was
he's
so
from-
out on Sirianni
With-
at the beginning. I thought it was going to be a failure because of just how he talked.
Well,
That's
without
true,
a doubt, I love his press conferences. I think he understands how to use the talent that he's got. I think Mostert looks like he's been reinvigorated in their system. My only fear is they're in too many games with as talented of a defense as they have. So that scares me because they should not be, the whole team top to bottom isn't as good as Philadelphia's. And I think that's what scares me a little bit about.
They almost lost to the Bears.
Yeah.
Pretty scary stuff.
I'm going to say this, though. When you look at that, like all those quarterback, Jones, he doesn't impress me.
Yeah.
Burrows, great quarterback. They have to figure that line out. And if you look at it, the Browns have owned the Bengals, and so have the Ravens. The Browns are 5-0 against Burrows, and the Ravens are even better than that. They haven't figured out the line.
6-0.
They cannot protect him. And I just don't think he's going to have a long career. I do think he's a talented quarterback. I think he's fantastic, but he cannot operate without Jamar. And Fields, who I think is probably the most talented of all of those quarterbacks,
Picking
he's
everybody,
got he has more vision. He's the fastest of
Well,
any
he
of
has
those
to. I mean, his
quarterbacks.
eyes are on the side of his head. I mean, it's like total.
He's the fastest of those quarterbacks. He's got more range of motion. He can throw the ball farther. And now that they're letting him run, we're seeing the Fields come out. The issue with Fields is he's driving a Ford Festiva. The Bears are a piece of shit. And it's scary. It's scary to me, Mark. I apologize. It's scary. Because like even the Claypool move, I don't understand it.
Well, it's because you're an idiot. I mean, look what they did. They go out and they get Claypool, right? That was a pass interference call. Claypool did what Claypool was supposed to do.
Oh, look what
He
you
draws
did.
that double
But they
coverage
traded
down
off
the
their
field.
defense.
Look what you
They
did.
traded off all their great defensive
All right,
players.
who you picking, Rocky?
And we
Yeah.
have. We've traded our number one linebacker
I-
for the last 10 years and have still had a top 10 defense every year.
You just lost a shootout with the Dolphins, so your defense failed you. I would pick Tua. I would pick Tua.
Also pick Tua.
We
you gotta
also,
break-
we
you
also
That's fair. I
lost
mean,
the
the only
bullshit calls.
the only thing I worry about with Tua is the Dolphins organization hasn't been the model of success. And can you just get rid of it? Oh, you'll have to replace it.
You just gave Miami's defense a
All right,
total
so-
props, and
all
they
right,
just
can
had
I
the
talk?
NFL record
Can I fucking
178
talk?
yards by a running quarterback.
I'm in
just
danger.
fucking hung on him. Come
Can
on,
I talk?
I said good things.
You didn't
about
talk
Tua.
enough, both of you?
While we have this awkward silence, anyone else hear Mark's
God
shoes
damn
sticking
it.
to the floor as he moves?
Wow,
It's
my
everybody's.
It's
fault.
everybody's.
My fault.
What'd you do?
I put these.
Oh, you sprayed shit on the floor, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, you used duct tape and it all fell. That's all I'm saying.
And we didn't hear our feet stick to the floor.
Well, but you didn't.
They were
we
placeholders
also
to see how
didn't
they
see
look.
these things stick to anything you stuck them to either with the
they're
duct tape.
Yeah, I mean they all fell
Now-
mid. I mean they fell mid show.
We bring you back to your regularly scheduled program, Phil.
Yeah, so what was I saying?
something about.
Now you're going to say
Young
something about
quarterbacks,
Daniel Jones.
Jalen Hurts
For
is
some
good.
reason, you
No.
have one that
I
line
was
in
going to
that
talk
list.
about Tua. Hey, man, I don't got to argue for my team. They're good, right? So
I thought that was Mac Jones. I didn't even
I
think
was
Daniel
just
Jones
gonna,
was on the.
I was just gonna push back
Oh,
on
is that,
Tua.
is that, I thought it was Mac Jones too.
Oh no, it was both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like Daniel Jones.
Okay.
I was talking about Mac Jones.
I mean,
You put
can
like
I
X2.
talk? Can I talk, guys?
Yeah, I feel
Let me talk?
bad. I feel bad.
So Tua, I was just gonna push back because the Dolphins haven't been very consistent. That's it. The talent's around him. I think he's a lot better than I thought he was at the beginning of the year. I think it's overhyped him not being able to throw the ball deep. It's worked out well. They've worked around it if that's the case. The other guys, I don't really have to talk about everybody. You guys did that. So the guy I would pick would be Wilson, honestly, because I like their coach. I like the talent they have. All of their talent is young. Nobody's old. And I think they're headed in the right direction. They have the money. And out of all these quarterbacks, I think he's the guy that's shown the least. So I feel like he has a lot of room to grow. And I think the talent is probably right around the top of this group too. So if he could start to show some of that, we got to remember he didn't play a lot in college. He played, his best year was in that COVID year where he really didn't play a lot of tough competition. So you might be looking at a guy coming into next year that I think last week just played his 17th game in the NFL.
Wow.
So truly just finished his true rookie season. Maybe next year is maybe starting to grow into that arm and that talent that he has. And I just think they're, not historically a good organization, but I feel like they're heading in the right.
Joe Douglas.
Joe Douglas, exactly.
I'm really surprised by that because he's the one I'm the least sure of. I just can't figure out what I think
But
of
that's
him yet.
what Phil's saying,
and
though.
yet they're 6-3.
There it is. Phil and
Yeah.
every mom in America agrees
We're
with
about
that.
we're going to be clipping that in a year. It will probably be a good clip.
Hopefully,
I think so. Yeah.
they're a good team.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't lack confidence, which I love in a quarterback.
Is there somebody that you're like really quick that you're super down on out of these young guys?
Oh, I thought that said Mac Jones, and I was going to say, because we knew what my pick was going to be with Jalen Hurts, I was going to ask you guys if you want me to pick who I think is the least, and Mac Jones is
Yeah.
that
Is
guy.
that including Davis Mills? I know they're
No.
not up there, but
No, Mac Jones.
Davis Mills doesn't have, to me, like he doesn't have a complete team around him.
who does? He has Damian Pierce. He has Nico Collins, who we raved about.
Yeah.
He has Brandon Cooks.
He doesn't have to me, I don't like his offensive coordinator at all. I don't think he's calling a complete game, and I think Brandon Cooks is checked out.
Well, Davis Mills is going to be one of those quarterbacks that you're going to be talking about that you need to have on your team if you don't have the guy.
That's
He's
fair,
he's
yeah.
kind of like I don't know if he's
Jimmy
as bad as
Garoppolo.
Baker Mayfield, but like as like he's in that like Ryan Tannehill-ish in a year or
So
two.
who's the guy you're most down on? Quickly.
I would have to say probably Mac Jones too. It has to be said that.
A lot of hate for Mac Jones.
Well,
Huh?
I mean, if you're healthy in a game and you're
Yeah.
being sat for Bailey Zappi,
Was he healthy though?
He was when he was pulled out. I mean, he went back
Yeah,
into
that's
the
true.
game and then came, and started the following week.
Yeah.
You
I'm just
also
not
Mac
excited.
Jones?
I'm just not excited about Mac Jones. I don't think he's a terrible
Doesn't get him.
quarterback, but I think
Doesn't get him
he's-
feeling sweaty.
Yeah,
you know.
he's a game manager right now.
I feel like Kyler Murray. I know he's not up there, but I mentioned him. I think to me,
Yeah, his ceiling's
I still
capped.
feel like Mac Jones. He showed something last year.
Yeah, he
they were
did.
able to get to the playoffs with him, and I think
and
he
they
was
may again this
Pro
year.
Bowler
I
too.
think
Not that means
if
anything.
you have that coaching staff in place, and if Bill Belichick goes out and actually gets an offensive coordinator to replace Josh McDaniels, which might be Josh
No,
McDaniels
not-
by the
yeah,
end of this year,
yeah.
but if he does, I think that you can. I feel better about him than Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray, kind of a flash in the pan. Cliff's King. I don't. It's not even. He has the talent. I just don't think they have put him in the best position to where he's learned how to play an NFL offense.
They're holding on to what is fleeting in Kyler Murray. So,
so
I guess
sorry.
I can see the point in
But
that.
I turned it
Oh,
off.
I mean, there's some kind of update we should.
I mean,
There's a little-
as
there's a little
evidenced
moon
by
icon.
Josh Allen out for the rest of the year.
Oh, can you imagine?
Kyler
No,
Murray,
it's-
as evidenced by Arizona trying to bring in every wide receiver that they can, conceivably get their hands on,
Yeah.
trying to set him up for success, and they're still 3-6.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to move on to our next pressing issue, and I'll play our sounder for it because we're going to talk some round ball. Man, that's me again. I don't know how to work this damn
All right,
phone.
I'm gonna show you real quick. Do that,
I did that.
and then do that.
Oh, that's what it is. I just put the sound down.
That's what I do at work too. When
There you
don't spend it all in one place. How do I use my phone? That's my favorite Mark voice, man. That shit was so funny when it
All
happened.
right, so we're talking about NBA is kind of in full swing, right?
Yeah.
There's some ups, some downs, a lot of stuff going on. We know how the NBA is. I think we're just going to talk about. I don't know how much you guys are paying attention, but who do we think's really bad? Who do we think's really good?
Yeah.
I mean, the Lakers are struggling.
I can kind of give an example to lead off the.
Go right
You know.
ahead.
This is driving me crazy. This fucking floor.
I know, yeah. I'm trying to stay in one spot. We got to get like a rug or something for next week, or just like
or I can
placemats.
just mop it.
Is it just that easy? I thought it was like
Yeah,
super
no.
adhesive.
No, I can mop it.
Okay. The Utah Jazz are playing out of their minds right now. I don't know their exact record, but they've won a lot more games than they've lost.
They're in first place, right?
They are,
In the
if they're not in
West?
first place, they're in the top 3 at least.
They are in
Markham
first
looks
place.
like a legitimate All-Pro.
The only thing besides Markkinen, because Markkinen could very well be like a all-star, at least reserve,
Yeah.
is the rest of the team. I mean, Colin Sexton has not been what people expected, and I don't think that changes. I mean, Jordan Clarkson is going to be good, but how long
He's just a
is he gonna,
streaky player.
yeah, how long is he going to keep the consistency that he's had so far this year?
Clarkson's averaging like 25 fantasy
Yeah,
points
yeah,
a
yeah,
game.
but
Yeah, but he does that like when he was a
Yeah.
member of the Cavaliers.
he was a
would
six man of the
have-
year
yeah,
for
yeah.
the Utah Jazz a few years back. I guess my point is that the Jazz know that they are playing out of their head because of what they expected to be this season. They have too many picks. They have too much capital. They have a team that's not built to sustain success, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's smoke there.
All right, what about the Sixers?
I
just
no
gonna throw
Trust
two teams
the
on me like that?
process.
I no longer
I-
trust the
I'm
process.
saying for everybody. It's not
I'll
just
look
you.
in the camera and say this right now. I think Doc Rivers needs to be fired. I don't know why we've kept him around for this long in the season already. James Harden's a fucking bum. I think he tries, but I don't think it's there anymore.
Well, that's not. I mean, he was playing like
No.
MVP level before he got hurt.
What, this season?
Yeah.
It's too early, and we
Well,
need that.
I mean, so
we need
what
that
you
in the
can't-
postseason.
You can't say he's playing like a bum right now if he was playing well.
Nah, this is just. I think I'm speaking for a lot of Philly people
Well,
here.
they're, I mean,
Grease
on
the
the record
poles.
as being retards, right?
Well,
So
I don't know if on the record that's the case.
they eat dog shit.
The only thing that's keeping me up at, I guess not keeping me up at night, that's letting me sleep is Tyrese Maxey. That's the only thing. Embiid injury, where the Philadelphia Rockets, our entire like depth is anything that we've brought in. I mean, PJ Tucker is okay. This is terrible. I have no expectations for the Sixers. I'm out on them already.
Really?
And I had them going to the finals.
All right, what do you think? I mean, you don't have to talk about the Sixers, but let's give you some Lakers, and then you can transition into your Cavs.
I mean, I think the Lakers are, what what they have going right now is a little bit troubling, to be honest with you. So like I don't know what to make of
Well,
it.
That's
they
not
might be
fair.
trading AD too. There's rumors about that.
They need to get rid of AD. I think that's a big chip that they can move.
I
think
guess.
he
But
can't stay on the court.
What are you getting for AD?
I think you're getting something for AD.
Yeah.
You're getting something, but you're not getting equal value of a healthy AD.
who
Yeah, but you're
cares?
getting you're getting something though.
He's never healthy.
Yeah, you're getting Ben Simmons.
I don't think so, man.
He's
You're
never.
getting equal person is on
He's
the
not
bench.
worth the squeeze, man. He's never on the court. I mean,
Yeah.
And
the guy's just a
people,
walking injury.
you're right. So you think people are trading for
Yes.
a walking injury?
I think you're getting
Yeah.
like a solid. I mean,
Somebody will trade for him.
hey, do you think
Cleveland would trade for him.
well, you think the Pacers would give up Turner and Heald for AD and like a pick or two?
I think so.
That would be a game changer.
You gotta understand, Pacers. They need a draw. They need a guy to put on the marquee.
The thing that's shocking to me is the fact that LeBron signed. Like
He signed that 2-year extension, right? Or
That's
3
not
years.
shocking. We talked about this in the offseason.
He'd retire there. I mean, the business is there for him.
His business is set up there.
Yeah.
He has control of that organization.
Well, he just wants him to go back to Cleveland and win another one or something.
No, I actually don't. I think right now he would really mess up what Cleveland.
Well, that might be a good
has.
segue for you talking about the Cavs.
I have watched a lot of segmented, highlights of the Cavs. I had not watched a complete game until last night, and god dang it, did
Casual.
I freaking curse them.
Casual.
I cursed them. I watched the entire game start to finish, and they lost.
Yeah.
It's okay though. I think they're legit. I think Donovan Mitchell's amazing for them.
Yeah, I'm so mad and so jealous right now that we didn't get him.
Yeah, playoff basketball is different than during the
You
regular
have
season.
experience though.
Yeah, we do, and honestly, Garland hasn't really been playing as much. He's been dealing with an injury. The thing I do like about the Cavs is
They're from Cleveland.
Well, yeah, I love that part. Even dealing with some injuries, Love looks great coming in off the bench, and they got Ricky Rubio, who hasn't played yet, but who was tremendous last year.
A couple of young bucks there.
Karis LeVert, one of my favorite players.
Yeah, LeVert looks good. They're not using Okoro to his max yet because they don't have to.
Yeah, I forgot you guys even had that kid.
Yeah,
That's
and
the Cavs are in a good
he's
spot.
a developing player, and all of a sudden, Jetty Osman looks like the next coming in the offense that they're able to use. It masks all of his defensive inefficiencies. It's frightening because prior to Spider coming over,
Don't do that.
Spider. Prior to him coming over,
My soul just cringed when you said that.
Spider.
Does anybody else here like Spider?
No, I would have accepted
Spider coming over.
You can't say spider.
Spider. Prior to him coming, we were going to trade Jetty for next to nothing because we couldn't figure out a way to use him. But in this offense, it works, and he's had games where he scored 20 points and looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think Evan looks like he could legitimately be an all-star.
Yeah.
So I do like what they've got going on, but I do want to see it. How deep can they go into the playoffs? The East is really deep. There's a lot of legitimate teams, and that's what we got to look at.
Jesus.
I'm calling 4th seed for you guys.
Let me
Yeah, go ahead, jump in.
let me talk about a little smoke that I hope turns into fire. This
Yeah.
is the new Philadelphia Trust the Process team. I'm going to talk about the hometown boys, Orlando Magic.
Pure magic.
They're 2-9, so it'd be easy to write
You
them
like
off.
the Magic too?
No.
Hey, when you stumble past the Amway Center every Saturday night, you start to become a Magic fan.
Oh my God! The legend continues.
They are.
Sixers suck. And Magic.
No, shut up.
They're both in the same conference.
I've
You
been to
can't
more
do
Magic
that.
games. I know that's the problem that I'm facing with right now. I'll
do
be
that.
honest with you. I'll be honest with
Hey,
you.
if I buy you a Cavs jersey, will you be a Cavs fan?
No, I'd
Will you
flip it.
I'll get you a
And get some
Spider
Magic
jersey.
tickets.
Spider, stop it.
Sorry, go ahead.
So somebody tell me, does Orlando still own their first round pick next year?
I don't know. I'm a fair
I'm
weather
not sure.
fan.
I
That's their fan.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
not
look.
sure if they do or not.
look
But
for
if
you.
they did, they're 2-9. Obviously, they're not playing well as a team. But there's room for optimism here. Paulo Banchero has looked like the dude. I mean,
He looks real deal, huh?
as a rookie, he's coming in. He's averaging 23.5 a game. He's got 8 boards, 4 assists a game, just about.
Look at you with stats.
Yeah, man. Wendell Carter Jr. looks good. You
A double machine if you're a betting guy. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah. Franz Wagner looks good.
Oh, you wanted to say that one.
Bobo is a work in progress. You know,
But he's been great, though.
He's been good. Cole Anthony, once he comes back from injury, Cole Anthony was looking great before he went out.
He's solid in his role.
And
The
Jalen Suggs is solid too. I think there's a lot of room for optimism here. I think if they go and you said they do own it still.
They have two actually. They have their pick and they have the Bulls pick from the Vukovic.
So,
Which is a protected top
if,
four.
Vukovic.
if they could somehow end up with Wembanyama or whatever, however the hell you say his
Whoever
name.
gets him, that guy looks crazy.
I mean, holy shit! You're looking at a completely. I mean, you're looking at probably getting season tickets at like $1,500 this year to like $25,000 next year if they were able to like secure a guy like that.
that's quite the jump.
They actually, Mark, too, they actually have, they have one pick in 24 and 2 picks in 25 and 2 seconds in 25.
Look at that, pure magic.
And then, I mean, you know, you also have the complete wild card, which is Markelle Fultz if he ever comes back healthy.
Yeah, the Magic are a guard factory. I think that's pretty clear.
All right. Well, that was
yeah,
NBA
nobody
talk, guys. That was fun. And we don't do that a lot. We got to do that more often. But let's get into Zach and grind my gear.
Oh, what really grinds my gears?
Grinds my gears. Grinds my gears. Grinds. You know what really grinds my gears?
Know what really grinds my gears?
Grinds.
Grinds your gears. Grinds your gears. Grinds your gears.
Grinds.
And
Hey,
that's
Zach,
what really
Yeah.
What
grinds
grinds your gears?
Oh man, you know what grinds my gears? A team that was in the position to win their division potentially, to make a playoff jump, to have a great offense, bringing in players like Devontae Adams. And you know what? You take the guy that won you all those games with John Gruden being John Gruden, and you kick Bisaccia to the curb, and you bring Josh Daniels in. What the fuck are they doing? It pisses me off.
It pissed me off, too, when it happened.
This guy, Josh McDaniels, gets another... First of all, he goes to the Colts, and then he says, never mind, and then he flies back on his plane to, call plays for Bill Belichick again. That's a second chance that he had potentially. Third chance with the Raiders, and you're what, 2-7 now? It's ridiculous.
That's true.
There's just no... They need to kick him to the curb. Derek Carr agrees with me, too. He's starting to, throw a little bit of shade at McDaniels on press conferences. I'm fed up with it. I think it was a terrible move. And we talked about this in the offseason. We talked about what's better. Do you keep the guy that kept your culture together in Bisaccia and played above your heads and beat the Chargers to, make the season a W with all the turmoil you had? Or do you go get these pieces and then you bring in a new face? It makes no sense to me.
And I mean, they were set up for success too.
They have too much talent.
They brought in Devontae Adams. They brought in
The Raiders fans should be pissed off.
defense. They brought in Yannick Ngakoue. They brought in all kinds of pieces to try to help that team succeed. And
Big flop for them.
2 weeks ago I said they were the best 2-win team in football. 2 weeks later, they're still the best 2-win team in football.
Yeah,
because it's 2 more L's on their record. But shit, man.
Up 20 points to the Jags. Doug Pearson coaches their team to a win. I think.
So interesting stat I saw from like 1961 to 2021, 5 times have they blown 17-point leads in that long stretch of
I heard
history.
this.
They've blown
3 this year,
17
right?
this year.
McDaniels has to go.
Josh McDaniels, I was just reading his winning percentage is tied for 294th all time among
good for him.
515
Here's your
people
roses.
to ever coach an NFL game.
He's such a bum.
It's like I look at their
Wearing a
team,
visor. Go throw the ball.
I cannot understand how they continue to give up games like this. It's pathetic.
It's Josh McDaniels.
Yeah. I mean, this past week, everybody knew Travis was getting the ball.
Yeah.
Everyone.
But everybody always knows he's getting the ball.
But I mean,
But they
the
can't stop it,
inability
though.
to stop it was ridiculous. I know it's a failure. Josh,
All right, Mark, I'm going to pitch it to you for your new little section Mark proposed to us. I want to see what it's all about. It's called Get the Bag.
Grab the bag.
Oh, shit.
oh jeez,
Is there a sound?
started up already?
Not yet.
Can you? Yeehaw! Let's go. Get the bag.
Grab that bag.
Get that bag, boy.
stop saying get the bag? God damn, dude, we're trying to make this trendy.
Grab my bags.
It's
It's
So you
grab the
think
bag, dude.
grab the
it's
bag will
get
make
the
it
bag.
trendy?
It's
You
not
don't want
grab.
them to, no, because you don't want them to give it to you. You don't want to get it. You want to earn that shit.
You may- I
get
you're
it.
going and you're grabbing that bag. You're
I'm
doing it
going to
yourself.
say you get the bag, but go ahead.
It's grab the bag.
Grab the bag is so much more trendy. God dang it.
Yeah, yeah.
Grab the bag.
Coming from that. All
All
right.
right,
Grab my bags.
we're gonna head out to the fantastic Motor City, Detroit. We're gonna talk about a gentleman here who's been underutilized. This guy
right.
is a fucking playmaker. When all else has failed, this guy has stayed in the game. He's stuck his nose in there. You know what? And he showed out this week, and he's got to go get this money now while it's still there. All right.
Yeah.
Detroit, you're talking about Jared Goff throws for 139 yards. He would have thrown for one less yard had this guy not been there. You're talking about DeAndre Swift can't stay healthy.
Uh-huh.
You're talking about they're using 3, 4, 16 running backs.
Khalif Raymond, who the hell is that?
Who the hell is
I was
Khalif
waiting for
Raymond?
that.
Half the wide receivers are injured. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown getting like 4,000 targets
He's looking
a
like
game.
he's looking like his brother right now.
Yeah.
You know, and they let go of
On the
Hawkinson.
Bears.
So I'm going to say to Mr. Shane Zylstra, while you can, man, cash in. 1 target, 1 catch. 100%
That's efficiency.
reception rate with a touchdown, dude.
efficient,
He
yeah.
accounted for almost 50% of Detroit's total offense.
If you extrapolate that out,
I mean, it's insane. If he were to have 100 catches, it'd be 100 yards. It'd be
And 100
amazing. And
touchdowns.
100 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's a bucket.
Yeah. I mean, you have so
yeehaw, woo!
look at the inefficiency of your number 1 wide receiver. 9 targets St. Brown had. He only caught 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zylstra, 1 target, 1 catch.
What's that, like
1 touchdown.
42%?
He's a man.
That's weak.
Grab that bag, Zylstra.
I did like the 2-1. You should have did the 2-1 too.
I like this
Yeah.
one's. I like.
I
This
did
one.
like that one. That was good,
I
but
thought
I
you were
like
going
two.
Cleve Raymond. I really thought you were. Who the fuck is starting Cleve Raymond in any league? I didn't even know the boy's name. He had 4.7 fantasy points.
I like how he actually wrote "get the bag."
Yeah, I know. He's an idiot.
Oh yeah, it's not even great.
It's not grab the bag because nobody says that. They say
Everybody says grab the bag.
No, nobody.
Yeah,
it's get the
everybody,
bag.
Phil. Everybody.
It's get the bag.
I mean, I don't even know that people say "get" or "grab the bag."
No, they get the bag
I mean,
is yeah.
Every once in a while, like my wife will say, "Get the bag out of the
all
back
right.
of
Well,
this
we're
car."
not judging this on you and Trish
Why not? I think we should.
because you're
think
like
of the
middle-aged
meme.
white people that live in Claremont.
Think of the meme. I think he was a coach. He was in the locker room. He was like, "Now tell them to run me my money," and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah." 2 out of this is over you guys' heads.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No
I didn't
way.
Hear you. I didn't hear you.
Oh, you didn't. The
I was
I
staring
don't want
at
to
Rocky's
explain a
face.
meme again now.
Yeah, explain the meme.
You gotta
again.
just go back and hear it when you
Okay,
edit.
I'll go
Yeah.
listen to it. Speaking of memes, did anybody see the Cousins video?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that was so. I love.
They're
Kirk
calling.
Cousins.
You know what they're calling him? They're calling him Perk Cousins.
Yeah, that was great. I love Kirk
Yeah,
Cousins.
they're calling him Yeah, he's becoming Captain Dad.
Okay, is,
Captain
Kirk,
Dan,
is
yeah.
Kirk Cousin the man?
No,
Why not?
I mean, why not?
are you kidding me?
Why not? They're 7-1. Why not?
7-1. Why not?
The man has to be
Better
over a
than-
few years. Okay,
He
What do you
ha-
mean?
he has. He's been good.
He's been good his whole career. What do you
he's not the man. He's not doing anything besides missing the playoffs. Whoa.
missing the playoffs?
Yeah.
Got a high bar here.
He's made the playoffs. He's won a playoff game.
Oh, a playoff game.
People talk about Dak like he's the guy.
Did you
not-
like that, though?
Dak's not the
Did
guy
you
either.
like that?
Oh, they were
When he
chanting
won
that.
that.
They were
Did you
chanting
like
that too.
Yeah, they did do that.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I think he doesn't get a fair
Urban
shake.
Dictionary, get the bag. To get a bag,
Get.
Wait.
that's what I'm saying. Get the bag.
Mark,
Urban
I don't
Dictionary.
think you can be on that.
To get a bag.
Let him read this because I'm looking at it right now. This is urbandictionary.com, by the way.
I don't think Mark can be on this.
No, he can be on it.
To get a bag.
He's the guy that's meant to be on it.
Yeah. let me hear. Yeah.
Get the bag. To get a bag, fill it with dicks and eat them. That's why it's not get the bag.
That's ridiculous.
A derivative term of eat a dick.
Wait, put grab the bag and see what that is.
Yeah, I do want to see
It
this.
didn't come up. Grab bag came up.
You know,
though.
you can make Urban Dictionary definitions.
I know. I tried submitting one time. I tried submitting hashtagging, and they didn't accept it.
Because it was already on style.
What did you try to?
What a loser.
What was your definition?
Hashtagging was it's a male 69 because the male and the female. The 69 looks like a 69. 2 dudes going at it looks like a hashtag.
Like Lincoln Logs.
I don't know why they didn't accept it. I mean, it fits
Oh,
within
man.
their parameters
Mark,
justifiably.
I've never met
right.
anybody that tried to submit something to Urban. But
that's-
now I have.
You're one of a
Well,
kind, Mark.
maybe you need to broaden your horizons.
Seriously.
Maybe
All
I
right,
don't.
You don't just ever challenge yourself?
Maybe he doesn't.
Maybe I don't.
So,
Maybe I don't want to know.
to put a bow on this, we recapped our picks from week 9 earlier in the show, gave our story, and now it's time to make our picks for week 10. It's getting hot in here, except for Mark. Mark's pretty far behind.
Yeah, but Rocky's 0-4 week, man.
Rocky had his own
After
4
talking
week.
all that
He joined
smack.
us. So only person he can hold anything over really is Mark now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to. It's hard to go 0-4 3 times. That's tough.
You guys are still looking
That is
up at me.
0-12.
It's 1 point, Rocky. So I wouldn't feel so.
We're right behind you.
Hey,
Short-lived.
it's 1 point.
Short-lived.
Except for that I finished first the last 2 years, too.
2 years.
Yeah.
We've
yeah.
only been doing
yeah.
this only the
the last
second
2
year.
years.
The first one was half a season though.
Okay, so
Oh,
last
Mickey
year
Mouse
and a
ring.
half.
And there was like 15
Last
of
year
us
and a
on the
half.
board.
Okay.
Last year and a half, I finished first place.
You
Yeah,
know
but
what?
I didn't-
I'm gonna stop being nice to you.
Hey, I didn't play the whole season last time.
Okay.
So, Mickey Mouse ring. Oh, good comeback.
Ooh.
It's like when you're like,
All right, Mark. Who wants to go first?
not me because I don't have them up.
All right, Rocky. You go first, Rocky.
Yeah,
Hot
why
shot.
don't you? Because I don't even have yours written down.
That's right. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, Rocky's very strategic with giving his picks. Like somebody wants to take him.
No,
Get
no.
the fuck outta
Listen,
here.
It's like
He-
Collins Boys in 5.
he didn't put anything up
I
until
did.
today. Today.
Okay.
What do you mean?
He's the only one who put them up. last night.
Yeah,
I put mine up on
I know,
uh,
you did.
right when you
Yeah.
asked, by
yeah,
the way.
Yeah,
You did
nobody
that.
else did. Then he's like busting my nuts over me not busting.
I'm not
if I-
busting anything.
If I
buddy.
go 0-4, it's because you guys picked against my picks because you had them for like
Hey.
4 days.
Real
there you
quick
go.
though, make sure that the point spreads are.
I already did. I
updated,
adjusted
please.
his. You actually got
and Rocky, you're
0.5 in your
you're-
favor.
You're the last one, by the way. So
So okay, so my first regular pick here
that's right.
is going to be the Colts.
Okay,
Plus 6.5 over the Raiders.
it's a terrible pick.
That is an
Hey, Josh
awful pick.
McDaniels. I don't know.
So
If Josh McDaniels played quarterback, you have Indianapolis.
They just brought in Jeff Saturday, who hasn't coached a game in his life.
Hey,
gonna-
high school football counts.
I
I
like
he's coached high school football.
I like
That doesn't
Saturday.
count.
I
What's
like
the over-under?
You
Saturday.
like him as a
that,
coach? You like what he's done?
What's the over-under on Peyton Manning calling him at halftime and fucking screaming at him?
Hey,
I like that.
Saturday's going to be the CEO of that team. He's not going to do anything. It's going to be the people that are already there.
Yeah, it's I think it's just for the
My
media.
my next pick, and this is my dog.
Somebody's really barking in that mic, huh? Who was that? Who was peeking? I think it was you.
Well, I said,
I think your mouth was too close to the mic.
sorry.
I'm gonna take and I'm a little bit worried about this one,
should
but I'm
be.
gonna take the
be worried about all your
Washington
picks.
Commanders
Starting
plus
to
11,
starting to second guess himself over here.
plus 11
We're in his head.
versus the Eagles.
I guess it's a different team because Heineke's playing.
I
but-
like Heineke. I do. I like Heineke. He's a gutsy man. And then my
Pause.
other regular pick is going to be the Bears minus 2.5 versus the Lions.
Okay. All right.
You know, you don't have to say,
You don't have to
say
say regular.
regular pick.
I think you're a regular guy.
Regular guy, regular pick. So.
All right. I guess I'll go next. I'll start with my dog. All right. My dog is we're going to Three Rivers Stadium, boys. All right. Those Steelers, they're getting 2.5 points at home to the Saints. And I mean, the Saints have looked good, but I mean, on the road, I trust Tomlin. I think they'll figure it
You've
out.
underestimated one thing, my friend.
Royce Duplessis?
This is election night. Royce
shit.
Duplessis is going to win. He's going to be riding the high.
What if he doesn't, though?
No,
What if he doesn't?
What kind of bullshit is that? He's going to fly
It's a fair
them,
question.
He's going to fly them sons of bitches into Pittsburgh, and he's going to annihilate them.
Oh, it's going to be
Hey,
the Duplessis game.
Do you remember when the Bengals used to play the Steelers? Like twice a year?
Yeah.
Dalton doesn't play well. Have you looked at his splits? He doesn't play well over there. So I like them. I mean, it's 2.5 points at home. I'll take that. Then for my next regular pick, I'm going to also take the Bears minus
okay.
2.5 versus the Lions. I don't think the Lions are very good, and the Bears, the offense is starting to click, and
Yeah, I think Fields
Detroit's
is gonna
defense, Detroit's defense kind of sucks.
And I'll be there. I'll be there as the good luck charm.
Let Fields cook.
And also, I'm also
Don't
taking
say
the
that.
Redskins plus 11 at the Eagles. I think they're. I don't think they'll win. I think they're a tougher team, and 11 is a lot of points.
Yeah, there's a lot of points.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with the Eagles and the Texans on Thursday. I didn't watch the game.
We had a not bad, but we had an underwhelming first half, and then we, kicked the
Yeah.
pants off.
Well,
the
my point is,
Texans.
they struggled
You
a little
stopped
bit.
trying that last drive. You could have
You
freaking
kicked
covered.
the chaps off them.
Kick a field goal.
Well, they knew. I called him up and I said, "Hey, I can't have Rocky
Can't
have
have it happen.
1 and 3."
Well, all I know is they struggled a little bit. Maybe Washington sees something on tape that gave them a little bit of issues in the first half. I don't know. They're a feisty bunch. I don't think they're going to be beat by 2 touchdowns. Okay, your turn, Mark.
My turn. Oh, wait,
Oh.
did you not go?
No, it don't matter. You can go.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Either one.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right.
Go.
Let's.
Go ahead.
You first.
We're gonna. I don't know how Atlanta's done the last 2 weeks against the spread, but what the hell? I think they're gonna get back to their winning ways. They got Atlanta -3.
Okay,
Nice.
I like that.
All right. I got a spread change 0.5 in our favor.
Whoa.
I've got them Dolphins -3.5.
Nice.
Teams clicking.
Oh, wait, real quick. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sorry. Stupid me. Keep going. I messed up your pick. Sorry.
No, you didn't mess up anything.
I'm sorry,
buddy.
man.
It's
No, you go,
okay.
you go.
It's fine. You know what?
Sorry.
Yeah,
No, you go.
let's just keep doing this for a minute.
Let me
until
jerk
I-
you off
until I
later
get-
to make up for it, okay?
No. Age before beauty. Go ahead.
Hang on. Let's see here.
Go ahead.
Atlanta was playing Carolina, by the way. P.S.
Okay.
Miami
Yeah.
is at home against those shitty elves.
Okay.
No, his head perked up.
All right. And then for my dog.
Your dog is sad, man.
I don't like barking.
I'm
Dog
taking my
pound.
Nobody likes it.
I'm taking my dog, Kyler Murray,
Oh,
no.
God.
going into LA
I took them last week. They screwed me.
+3 against them Rams.
In LA? Wow.
In LA. I feel
I mean,
it,
the
man.
Rams don't look great
No,
either.
The
but-
Rams look awful.
Was that your last pick?
Yeah.
Well, I can
Oh,
segue
sorry.
right into it.
Yeah, you
so
can.
I thought to myself, I think the Cardinals might cover here. And I was like, oh, but the NFC West is a picking order. Like one team beats one team, the other team beats that other. It's a cycle more so than a picking order. And guess who's 0-5 against the Cardinals? Or guess who's 0-5 against the Rams?
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Rams -3 to cover that and win in my regular pick, my first one. Actually, are these the right spreads besides the Dolphins? I don't know if these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything else is
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So then
we'll correct them if they're not.
Okay, thank you. The next pick I'm going to take, it's Titans -3. They almost beat the Chiefs, and I think they are figuring out. They're not figuring out who they are because they know who they are, and that's
They just
I think why
give
they're
the
going
ball
to.
to Derrick Henry. It
Yeah.
works.
And they play really good, stout, competitive
I think
defense,
Tannehill might come back this week, too.
and that'll help a lot too.
Yeah, I think they might have been able to win that game if Tannehill plays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Malik, wow.
And then third and not final pick is going to be my dog. Taking Seattle +2.5. I was a little scared because it's in Dublin against the
Germany.
against
right?
the Bucks at like 9 a.m. in the morning. But
Is it in Germany or
It's in Germany.
Dublin's Ireland.
I thought it was in Dublin.
I thought it was in Germany. I think it's the first game in Germany.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay.
Okay,
It's also
So
a,
it's probably in Munich then.
Yeah.
It is in Munich, actually. I remember that now. I, for some reason, thought it was in Dublin. Either way, I think that they're going to cover. I don't know. It's going to be a weird game, and I was kind of staying away from it because it's kind of an international game. But the
Yeah.
Bucks, Bucks fans aren't even thinking they're going to win that game. So, yeah.
that's fair.
Seattle,
it? Oh, that's
Seattle,
what I think.
Seattle at home in Germany.
It's time for our immortal locks of the week. Sorry. Yes. I usually say like. Well, I just said your name. We usually say like Phil, make your pick. So I was waiting for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's okay. I accept your apology. Make your selection. I'm taking Miami -3.5 now. That's the spread, right? That's correct. -3.5 because A, it's a better spread than I took, so I'm doubling the fuck down. 2, as an MVP candidate, let's be honest, Dolphins are a Super Bowl contender, and I think they ride the wave, and good teams win, great teams cover. Mark, your selection. I'm gonna go with a team that plays in America's greatest city, not Cleveland, Chicago. I'll be there for the game. Good luck, Charm. Flying in tomorrow, hopefully. Fucking tropical storms delay and shit. Nicole. Anyway, back to my picks. What I like. Chicago -2.5 against the Lions. Lock it in. Rocky, make your selection. My lock of the week is America's real team, the Dallas Cowboys, -5 versus the Aaron Rodgers-led Green Bay Packers. Wow. This motherfucker looked at my pick. You took all my picks, you piece of shit.
Did you guys actually take all the same picks?
He only did one different pick.
Oh, because Rocky's scared and playing defense. He's picking the same things as you.
Wow, what a bitch. We think a lot alike. Alright, well, my lock is the Cowboys -5 versus the Packers because the Packers suck. Just for the record, you are the asshole that's like, let's put all the picks on the thread. I didn't think we had. Phil, I am your father. It's fucking Rocky, dude. Scumbag. I am your father, Phil. What?
I love that
I
voice.
can't believe you did that.
How do you not think he would utilize that to his advantage?
I didn't do it.
But you
saw-
did.
I didn't look at your picks.
He's a fucking
Hey,
capitalist.
maybe
Came
great
here.
minds just think alike.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I came here and did it. You saw me do it. I didn't look at your picks.
I didn't see
think
anything.
alike.
I didn't see anything.
We think alike.
All right, so that's the show. Thank you for making it here, Zach. I think it was a good show. Hopefully, it was a little bit strong. I had to trim some because it's still over an hour somehow.
Dang.
But please find us on all your socials. Please go to TikTok.
Por favor.
We're live on Sundays answering all your questions.
That was fun.
9:30 to 10:45-ish, right?
Yeah.
And go to our bio if you find us on TikTok. Go to Chalkboard. Join our server there. If you see us here on YouTube, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We're also on all the other socials, but we're really trying to get you people over to TikTok, get you over to YouTube. Please like, subscribe, follow, and hit up that Chalkboard too in the bio.
You see us out in public, shake our hand, give us a high five, give us a pat on the back.
But don't ask for a business card because we don't have those.
We don't have
If you see Mark in Chicago, he'll probably be drunk. So be nice to him. He's an angry drunk. We,
Not true.
found that out.
I'm a loving
All right,
drunk.
before we sign off, you want to give one for the Bears fans all that out there? A little shout out,
With
something?
the camera.
Bear down.
Oh, what the?
I knew something was going. I was like, this is a fucking.
I got baited.
Yeah, Sorry. All right.
Let Phil's cook.
Peace.